please be seated? Before we begin our ceremony, I would like to explain some general expectations so everyone can fully enjoy the program. Students have worked very hard to get to this moment, and family members and friends have traveled from afar to celebrate this incredibly important milestone. With this spirit in mind, I request that you please silence your cell phones, stay in your seats, and keep the aisles clear. For this event specifically, time, place, and manner policies apply that are aligned with our Berkeley principles of community. You may not engage in any action that disrupts the event or prevents the speakers from being heard during the next 120 minutes within the Greek Theater. This includes, but is not limited to, shouting over speakers, speaking out of turn, disrupting official activities, and specifically displaying banners and signs that block others' view of the event. Individuals who are disruptive will be asked to leave and/or have other actions taken. Campus members may be referred to the appropriate disciplinary process. Thank you.
Distinguished guests, members of the faculty and staff, family and friends, and most importantly, class of 2026, welcome to the undergraduate commencement ceremony for the Haas School of Business. I'm Jenny Chapman, Dean of the Haas School. It is my great honor to officiate today's ceremony. To our graduates, congratulations. All of you have worked extraordinarily hard to reach this day. You've earned your Bachelor of Science in Business Administration from the #1 university in the country. Today, we have 4 undergraduate programs represented in our graduating class. Where is GMP? How about MET? Where's Robinson? Speaker in the house. Together, you're one Haas, and we are so proud of you. And we know you didn't get here alone. Your family, your friends and mentors walked, maybe they ran alongside you, cheering you on. Let's give them a round of applause. So here we are, commencement day. If you've ever doubted whether you could accomplish difficult, ambitious, even wildly improbable things, today is your proof that you can do anything. As you leave Haas, I want to offer you one final piece of advice, something I hope you carry long after today. Lean into your why, your purpose. Your why is the reason you push through when things get hard and what pulls you forward when the path gets hard. And here's the thing. Your why is going to evolve over time. That's okay. Embrace it when it shifts. It's a sign of growth. My why for serving as your dean is that I believe in all of you. I believe in this community of Haas leaders who will significantly change the world for the better. I believe in what we can accomplish together because a community like this one can do things that no single person can do alone. As a double bear myself, go Bears, I also believe that UC Berkeley and Haas's promise to be society's greatest asset, an engine of social mobility, and a force that will drive humanity forward. Now, I'm not going to lie. The world will present its challenges. There are going to be moments when it's really hard to shoulder the responsibilities that life will bring your way. But it's in precisely these moments that you must lean into your why. For some of you, your why may be that you're a first-generation college student, and with that comes a deep sense of honor and responsibility to be a trailblazer for your family, to build generational wealth, to open doors for others. Your why might be beautifully simple, to enjoy the fruits of your labor and finally exhale. Or to quote your classmate Jonathan Lee, somewhere up here, there he is, who says, your why might be, quote, to become proof of what's possible for others. Whatever your purpose is, and you will have many, I want you to know that we believe in you. Everyone here today believes in your potential because collectively, your class has already accomplished so much. Here are just a few examples. You came to this country at 14 with your younger brother, with no parents and no roadmap, and yet you built a life and found community at Haas through sheer determination and heart. You were selected as a Winston Churchill Scholar, Berkeley's first in a decade, and you'll pursue a master's at Churchill College to advance next-generation cancer therapeutics. You built an electric flying car, filmed the journey, and 4.6 million people watched. You led 13 case competitions, won 9 of them, then taught first-year students how to win too. You won the prestigious Heisman Trophy and were the number 1 NFL pick. There is no shortage of remarkable stories in this class. Here's what I want you to understand about the moment that you're stepping into. Your generation has access to technology and information unlike any generation before you. You're in the middle of a sea change, perhaps one of the most significant in human history. With AI, you can chase your wildest dreams and tackle existential problems that once seemed out of reach. The question is no longer whether the world's gnarliest problems, climate, inequality, polarization, just to name a few, whether those problems can be solved. The question is, who will take them on? I'm looking at an amphitheater full of people who can answer that question. So as you go out into the world, lean into your why. Let it ground you and guide you. And whenever you need an extra boost, look to our defining leadership principles. Those are yours to keep. I realize that each of you came here as individuals, but you leave as one Haas. You're now part of a global network of more than 46,000 Haas alums and more than 500,000 Cal alumni. Nurture the relationships you've built here. And when you can, give back to Haas. Make it possible for the next generation of students to transform their lives, just as Haas transformed yours. Congratulations, and I wish each of you the brightest future and tremendous joy ahead. Go Bears! And now, I'm delighted to introduce to you a Haas alum of uncommon distinction to address the graduating class. Of course, in choosing a speaker, we look for a person who embodies excellence and a distinguished record of achievement. On top of that, though, we seek a graduate who personifies our defining leadership principles. Question the status quo, students always. Confidence without attitude, beyond yourself. Adam Foroughi is the founder and CEO of AppLovin, a mobile technology company that provides an AI-powered software platform to enable businesses to advertise profitably with marketing technologies that attract customers, increase revenue, and track ad performance. Adam's unique vision, strategy, and blend of product acumen and creative thinking keeps the AppLovin team in motion. Under Adam's leadership, AppLovin has grown to be a global, publicly traded company with offices around the world. Adam began his career as a derivatives trader where he was inspired by scalable, data-driven trading models to create profitable results. Adam then founded two companies, LifeStreet Media and Social Hour, where he applied and expanded his knowledge of mobile technology. In 2018, Adam received the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award. Please join me in welcoming Adam Foroughi.
Thank you, Dean Chapman, and congratulations, class of 2026. "24 years ago, I sat where you're sitting, listening to our commencement speaker. Back then, if you'd voted on who from my graduating class was going to be successful, I would have been very low on your list. I had average grades. I genuinely underperformed in college. I was more focused on tuning my beer pong skills than I was in studying, and if there was a grade for that, I would have gotten an A. This is what makes your day so special. It's a milestone that wraps up the first part of your life. The rest of it will be shaped quickly by what you do over the next few years. And while you all sit here today, no one can guess what that future holds. In 2002, I graduated from Haas right after 9/11. Job choices were slim. I also was a horrible interviewer. I'd walk in nervous and walk out drenched in sweat. I got really lucky to get one job offer from an equity derivatives trading firm, and I took it right away. It meant I didn't have to move back home and I could start working. I still remember my salary, $43,000 a year. It felt like a lot back then. Now, I'd love to tell you I crushed my first job, but unfortunately, I ended up doing horribly. Finance for my profession just wasn't a great fit. After 16 months, we mutually parted ways. From there, I took the GMAT, banked a high score, and then I decided I was going to go backpack Europe by myself for 9 weeks to party, have fun, and also try to figure out what I was going to do with my life. I came back, burdened with credit card debt, still no idea what I wanted to do with my life, and I ended up moving back home. Now, a couple months later, I remember my mom came up to me telling me, "It's time to go." Yeah, she booted my ass out. Great move, Mom. I really needed a kick in the butt to get going. So I went back up to the Bay, and I realized I want to get into technology. How to do that? Well, I started interviewing for some startups. I got a job at a website usability startup, and I took it. But one year in, I realized not the industry I wanted to be in and not the role I enjoyed, so I left. Frankly, I had no fear about job switching because I was looking for something that excited me and I didn't have the patience to waste time. So then, using the Haas Alumni Network, I connected with a guy who was working at a company called Claria. This was one of the very first online advertising businesses, and I ended up getting a product job there. In 6 months, I learned the business really well. But what made it most exciting was I had finally found my passion. Crazy to think that advertising is my passion, but it turned out it was. It was the intersection of math, trading, and technology, and it felt so natural to me. Within 6 months, I was doing so well that one of the co-founders was leaving to start a new company and asked me to go with him. That kicked off my entrepreneurial career. We ended up having success with LifeStreet, and subsequently I ended up leaving and co-founding another advertising business, Social Hour, that was also successful. After that, we started building products that eventually pivoted into launching AppLovin in 2012. Over the last 14 years, I've been CEO of the company, leading it to become a large-scale advertising platform. In 2021, we went public for roughly $30 billion market cap. It wasn't a great year right after that, because in 2022, the stock dropped 92%. It was brutal. A little under $4 billion market cap is where we bottomed out. Now imagine running the company as the CEO and you're on a sinking ship. We faced a lot of adversity. We buckled up, rebuilt our tech, started growing quickly, and now, 4 years later, the company's worth roughly $160 billion, making us around the 65th biggest company in the US. Now, that's about all I'm going to do in mentioning AppLovin. I'm going to gloss over the success of it on purpose, because the most important part was what came before. It's the opportunity facing you in your 20s as you build the skills that'll provide the foundation for the rest of your career. Let me distill my own experiences down to a couple of things that I hope you remember. 1, today you graduate from one of the top universities in the world. You should be extremely proud. Cherish this moment and never forget it. Because tomorrow, you're starting over as a nobody. I know that sounds harsh. You just graduated from Haas, you're smart, you got into one of the best business programs in the world, your parents are so proud, your friends are impressed. None of that matters starting tomorrow, because in the real world, your degree is a ticket to the arena. It is not a trophy. Nobody at your first job will care what school you went to after a week. What they're going to care about is that you show up to work, not entitled, ready to work hard and learn and contribute. During my training at my first job, part of the role was I take lunch orders from the senior traders and I'd have to go pick up food. I'm old enough that DoorDash didn't exist yet. Well, that was pretty low for a Berkeley grad, I thought at the time, but I didn't care. It was part of the job. What I made sure of is that I never made a single mistake on a lunch order, and I always got those senior traders their lunch on time. The most successful people I've hired and worked with all have one thing in common. They are humble. They walk into a room assuming they're the dumbest person there, and they work to prove otherwise through their output, not through their credentials. Be the person I was when I walked into Claria and found my passion. Be the first in and the last to leave. Teach yourself the business as fast as possible. Ask as many questions as you can. Consume as much knowledge as you can. And make as many connections as you can. Trust me, you do that and you will get noticed. And it will help you in ways you can't even predict. 2, find your inner motivation and let it push you. When I got kicked out of my parents' home, I had very little motivation. So I reflected and thought about something I'd never really sat with before. When I was 4 years old, my parents moved my sister and me from Iran to America to give us a shot at a better life. My dad had to give up a company he'd founded, one of the most successful in the country, to do it. My parents left everything behind, their home, their community, their careers, so that I could have a shot. That was an enormous sacrifice. And there I was, 23 years old, sitting at home, going nowhere. Who was I not to be motivated, given what they'd given up for me? So I started working. really working, and I surrounded myself with people who would push me. I remember at one point between my companies, I was sitting at home taking it easy. My wife came up to me and kicked me out of the house and told me to get back to work. Yeah, the women in my life seem to have a pattern. But here's what I came to understand. The desire to do something meaningful had been with me since I was 4 years old. I just needed to see it. I needed something to connect to that was bigger than a job title or a salary. When I hire people today, I look for those with a chip on their shoulder, someone who has a reason, a real reason to work harder than everyone else. Maybe their family also sacrificed for them. Maybe they came from nothing. Maybe they were told they wouldn't amount to anything and they had something to prove. That fire is what separates people who are good from people who are great. Find your motivator, whatever it is, and let it drive you. I want to leave you with a habit, not a life lesson. The most dangerous people in any organization are the ones that think they have all the answers. They don't ask, they don't check, they just go about doing things based on assumptions, and they can cause damage. The best people I've ever worked with, the ones who end up leading, are the ones who are constantly asking why. They're curious. They're not afraid to look stupid. They raise their hand and say, I don't know. Can you explain it? One of my mentors was my interviewer at Claria. He almost didn't hire me. In the interview, he gave me a ridiculous question that had no answer. He was hoping I'd say, I don't know. Unfortunately, being young and dumb, I tried to BS my way through it and get to an answer. I got really lucky he still hired me. But when he told me my mistake, I realized right then and there, if I ever don't know something again, own it, and don't be afraid to ask. I have to say, I'm envious of the era you're all graduating into. If any of you want to be entrepreneurs, and I hope many of you do, this key skill is not some magical business instinct. It's observation. You watch the world around you, at work, in your personal life. You notice something is broken, something's inefficient, something annoys you, and then you go figure out how to fix it. That's it. That's entrepreneurship. Find a problem, build a solution. I'll tell you why I'm envious, and I mean this. I never knew how to code. For years, that was a bottleneck on my career. I could see the problems. I even could imagine the products. I just couldn't build them until I hired a team of engineers to build them for me. That slowed me down enormously. You don't have that constraint. You're graduating into a world where you can turn your idea into a prototype in an afternoon. You can see a problem on Monday and have a working product by Friday. That was not possible even 2 years ago. It is an unbelievable moment in history to be starting your career. So when I tell you to observe the world around you, I'm not being abstract. The barriers between I have an idea and I have a company have never been lower. The only thing standing between you and building something is whether you're paying attention. Your degree from Haas is a starting line. It is not a finish line. What you do with it from here is entirely up to you. Congratulations, class of 26 Haas graduates. Stay humble and go earn it. Go Bears.
I'd like to introduce our Assistant Dean for undergraduate programs, Emma Daftery. She's going to announce the student winners.
Each year, the undergraduate programs grants the departmental citation to the student with the most outstanding academic achievement in the field of business. This year's departmental citation goes to Sophia Wang. Sophia. Sophia has engaged in a breadth and depth of learning in business administration and embraced the 4 defining leadership principles during her time at Berkeley Haas. Sophia is graduating with degrees in business administration and political economy. Throughout her 4 years at Berkeley, she supported students through grade appeals, medical withdrawals, and other difficult situations as academic director of the Student Advocate's Office. Additionally, Sophia has filed taxes for underserved community members at Berkeley's volunteer income tax assistance site and consulted for nonprofits, including the Transgender District and the Environmental Working Group, through an on-campus organization. She thanks her mom, dad, and brother for their unwavering support, and her grandparents for traveling from Taiwan to attend commencement. After graduation, Sophia will work as an analyst at Cornerstone Research. Congratulations, Sophia. I now have the distinct pleasure to announce a set of awards at the very heart of the Berkeley Haas mission. The winners were selected by fellow classmates, staff, and faculty. Through their work and actions, these students have exemplified our defining leadership principles. Our graduates surely know these principles by heart, but I will fill in a little detail for our guests. It will probably not surprise you that the first principle here at Haas is question the status quo. We champion bold ideas, take intelligent risks, and accept sensible failure. This is one of the hallmarks of Berkeley. The Question the Status Quo Award goes to Guang Yang. Guang, please come up to the podium. Guang is an entrepreneur, musician, and first-generation college student from China. He challenges conventional paths by building at the intersection of art, technology, and business. His startup has raised millions to reshape the fashion supply chain through AI automated pattern making. During his time at Haas, Guang has also served as vice president of the Association of Chinese Entrepreneurs, where he actively connected students with founders, investors, and business opportunities outside of Berkeley. Additionally, he co-founded Firework Band, a fan favorite among the Chinese student community, reaching millions of views on social media. After graduation, Guang is set to release his debut record as a signed solo artist while continuing to scale his startup and expand its impact across the global fashion industry. Congratulations, Guang. The next award is for confidence without attitude. This is how recruiters often describe Haas students, as they have both the academic grounding and sound judgment to make decisions based on evidence and analysis. This is what gives them the confidence to lead through trust and collaboration. The award for confidence without attitude goes to Allison Michelle Lee. Allison is a graduate of the Robinson Life Science, Business, and Entrepreneurship program at Haas, where she combined her passion for science and business. During her time at Berkeley, she served as a student researcher at UCSF, worked in project management, and engaged in consulting work across the biotech industry. After graduation, Allison will join BioMarin Pharmaceutical as a finance professional. She looks forward to applying her cross-functional experience to advanced life-changing therapies. Allison, congratulations. I know everyone here today will appreciate the next guiding principle, which we call students always. Our community is designed for curiosity and the lifelong pursuit of personal and intellectual growth. Our Student Always Award goes to Sandy Javi Nguyen. Arriving in the US from Vietnam, Sandy distinguished herself by not only adapting well to a new academic and cultural environment, but also thriving, consistently transforming challenges into opportunities to learn, lead, and grow. She excelled academically while emerging as a dynamic leader, most recently serving as president of the Business Careers and Entertainment Club, one of the largest business organizations on campus. In this role, she prioritized uplifting members' capabilities with a professional development series that equipped over 150 members with career readiness skills. After graduation, Sandy will continue her growth journey and impact at IBM in New York. Sandy, congratulations. Our defining leadership principle is beyond yourself. We shape our world by leading ethically and responsibly. For the Beyond Yourself Award, classmates and faculty have selected Eric Jose Mendez. The first in his family to graduate from college, Eric will be graduating with degrees in business administration and political science. Beyond the classroom, Eric has actively engaged with various organizations on campus, all with the focus of uplifting underrepresented student populations by supplying the resources and network needed to succeed in their academic journeys. After graduation, he will be working in banking in New York with the ultimate goal of founding a social venture that invests in affordable real estate development. Eric, congratulations. Before I introduce our student speaker, I would like to take a moment to thank the president of the Haas Business Student Association, Ellie Huang. Ellie, thank you for your compassionate, strategic leadership over the past 2 years. We are all so grateful. We will now hear from our student speaker, Mohammed Khalil. Mohammed is a Palestinian immigrant from Long Beach, California. As a Haas student, he has distinguished himself both academically and beyond the classroom. He served as a research assistant in Dr. Erica Bailey's Authenticity and Perception Lab, represented Haas in the USC Marshall International Case Competition, where his team placed finalist among 20 universities, and was an active member of the Middle Eastern Business Association. Outside of academics, Mohammed is the founder of Lamin Coffee Co., a coffee cart he owns and operates. Following graduation, he will begin a full-time role in consulting. Please join me in welcoming Mohammed Khalil.
Hello. Okay. Hello, my name is Mohammed Khalil, and it is truly an honor to be standing in front of you today. However your journey brought you to Berkeley today, whether across bridges, through cities, or just across campus, thank you for being here to celebrate this moment and what it represents. To our professors, the Haas administration, and staff, thank you for your dedication, your guidance, and the countless ways you supported us throughout this journey. Your impact is something we will carry long after today. At its core, this moment comes down to one simple thing: gratitude. Before we ever stepped foot at UC Berkeley Haas, many of us shared that one goal of making it here. Up until this very moment, everything we've worked towards has been about excelling in the classroom, finding our community, and landing the offers in banking, consulting, or whatever the path we set out for. And now here we are, graduating from one of the best, most respected business schools in the world. But if there's one thing Haas teaches us, it is that success cannot stop with you. That our success is measured by the impact we have on the world around us. That principle is not something written on the walls of Haas. It is something we have experienced every day. Take a moment and look at your peers sitting beside you. These are the people who helped you get here. Those late nights at Doe Library, the group projects that somehow always turned into life lessons, the moments when we were exhausted but still showed up for each other. And of course, those long days on campus fueled by Cafe Think fries. Somehow those $5.25 fries always managed to make us feel full and give us one more reason to sit down and laugh with the people around us. But beyond the friendships we made here, think about the people that supported you far before you stepped foot on campus. Our families, our mentors, and our friends. The loved ones who supported us when things felt uncertain. The people who believed in us when we doubted ourselves. This degree reflects more than just our own effort. It reflects the support, sacrifices, and the love of people who stood by us every step of the way. None of us reached this moment alone. Some of us transferred here from community colleges. Some of us came from across the country or across the world, but regardless of the path we took, we all arrived at the same place, and we did it together. The truth is, Haas graduates are some of the brightest people in the world. Many of us will go on to take on roles at the top of organizations and in positions that shape the future. Yet what truly defines a Haas graduate goes far beyond intelligence. It is a sense of responsibility we carry forward, responsibility to use what we learned here to make a genuine impact on the world around us. On that note, we also cannot ignore the suffering happening in our world today, specifically in Palestine, where so many children are being denied access to food, shelter, and education. Moments like this remind us how deeply blessed we are to receive this education, and how important it is to use it with purpose and commitment to serving others. Graduating from UC Berkeley Haas means stepping into more than just a career. It means becoming part of a community that believes business can and should create a positive impact. Wherever life takes us, we should carry that same sentiment with us. Remember that the goal is not simply to be successful. The goal is to create opportunities for others, to improve the communities we touch, to leave the world a better place than we found it. And no matter how far we go, we must always remember another Haas-defining principle: students always. Because the moment we think we know everything is the moment we stop growing. There will always be new challenges, new perspectives, new opportunities to learn. So stay curious, stay humble, and always remain a student. Before we leave today, I want you to take this moment in one more time. Look at the people beside you. This moment is not just our graduation. It belongs to everyone who supported us along the way, our families in the crowd, more specifically for me. Thank you, Mama and Baba, and my siblings, Vanna and Safat. You are my biggest inspiration. And also our mentors who guided us and the friends who stood beside us through it all. Today is not about the degrees we earned, it's about the community that carried us here. And as we leave UC Berkeley Haas, let us remember one thing. Wherever we go next, we do not go alone, we go forward together. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed. Those were fantastic reflections. We have outstanding scholars and educators at the Haas School, and we're proud to honor these individuals for their exemplary work in the classroom. We had a little party a couple of weeks ago, so they've already received their awards. And so for this ceremony, we'll ask our award winners to stand when their names are called. Each year, we recognize the outstanding teaching of our graduate student instructors, our GSIs. Our 2026 recipient is Alexandra Dogagru. Alexandra is a PhD student in accounting at Haas, and here's what one student wrote about her. I wouldn't have gotten through any of my accounting classes without Alexandra. She runs her discussion sections with clarity and ensures we understand the content we're expected to know. She's been such a strong support person, even if it was the night of the exam. She answers discussion questions faster than anyone else I know. I'm so sad I won't have another class with her. We can arrange that, actually. If anyone deserves this award, it's her, and here's my favorite part. Also, she's really funny. Congratulations, Alexandra. This year's Chite Award for Excellence in Teaching for the undergraduate program goes to professional faculty member Mohammed Nadim. One student noted, Professor Nadim is very intentional about how he structures assignments. There's a clear absence of busy work. Every assignment and activity feels purposeful and aligned with building useful skills. This has made my time in the course feel efficient and high impact, especially while balancing a rigorous academic schedule. Congratulations, Mohammed. Next, we're honoring a faculty member who stands out for creating collaborative and inclusive teaching environments that effectively engages students. Our 2026 Inclusive Teaching Award winner is professional faculty member Steve Etter. One student noted, Professor Etter is always willing to go above and beyond for his students, whether it's taking the time to answer questions, holding additional office hours, or offering thoughtful guidance. His passion for teaching and dedication to student success are evident. As president of the Student Athlete Business Network, I have especially appreciated his willingness to accommodate the demands of our schedules with empathy and flexibility. He's also supported me in piloting a mentorship program for sophomore student athletes, further demonstrating his investment in our growth beyond the classroom. Congratulations, Steve, and hey, before you sit down, would you mind coming over here for a sec? If you will indulge me, we have just one more award for you. I'm proud to announce that you're the 2026 recipient of the Berkeley Haas Culture Legend Award. Hang on, right here. This award This award is presented at the dean's discretion. I don't have discretion over much, but this is one thing, and is reserved for individuals who embody our defining leadership principles and whose extraordinary devotion to Haas merits the school's deepest recognition. Steve is a proud double bear, we were here at the same time, and longtime supporter of Haas for more than 40 years. He's been teaching 31 consecutive years, 62 semesters, primarily teaching corporate finance and financial statement analysis, the class he created in the 90s. He also teaches accounting, private equity, venture capital, social impact courses across our undergraduate and MBA programs. He's a 3-time Chait Award recipient for outstanding instruction, receiving 2 as a professor and 1 as a GSI. Steve also received the Raymond E. Miles Award for Alumni of the Year. Steve says his teaching is driven by 2 themes. First, to maintain Berkeley's mission to provide access to a high-quality education to first and continuing generation students, and 2, the emotional lift he gets from the fantastic Cal students he gets to interact with. Congratulations, Steve. Nicely done.
Thank you so much.
Make your mama proud.
Thank you.
Okay. It's actually very heavy, so he's leaving it here. Okay. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. We will now recognize the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Here to assist me for the presentation of degrees are professional faculty members and staff, Court Worthington, Dr. Mohammed Nadim, Assistant Dean Emma Daftery, William Fanning, Therese Madam, and Steve Etter. Haas lecturer Alan Ross will be handing out scrolls. Okay, so let's go. Everybody good?
Anandi Joshi,
Aditi PM.
Kaya Roberts,
Emily Young.
Gazelle Dean,
Very nice. Eileen Zia.
Rachel Quach,
Jennifer Lowe.
Suyada Nano,
Jacqueline Nguyen.
Carice Sandino,
Silmin Sultan Ali Khonada.
Mariah Branscombe,
Rachel Naomi Carter.
Gabrielle Samilton.
Zijiang Zheng.
Jasmine Flores Rosette.
Evelyn Solidar Ramirez.
Gael Garcia Santiago.
Lotta Van Westerinin. Oh, very nice. Awesome. Kira Obstinik.
Jack Goodman.
Aiden James.
Trevor Shin.
Thomas Quinil.
Sissy Letter.
Sydney Huang.
Samuel Gimbutt.
Jonathan Lee.
Jeremiah Lopez.
Alicia Chen.
Juliana Chen.
Rachel Zhang.
Julianne Wang.
Nancy Sao.
Cilione Vo.
G. Williams. J.T. Williams. There you go.
Dante Ianora.
Russell Kang.
Miles Maloney.
There we go. We got lucky. Aditya Hariharan.
Jason Wong.
Danielle Trong.
Bram Kuline.
Nora Damfi.
Sina Farhadi.
Cody Riley.
Cindy Zoe.
Rebecca Ding.
Joshua Zink.
Justin Lee.
Abi Pomalapati.
Sasank Aduri.
Nikki Vangwala.
Oh, there you go. Socrates Osirio.
Joseph Arujo.
Lisa Howe.
Carolyn Kai Lin.
There you go. Angela Troy.
Fez Hasnan.
Inya Khan.
Luana Lima.
Usaid Aziz Bashik.
Jason Jet Chuang Zhao.
Rochelle Karen Gon.
Haley Marie Woodcox.
Congratulations. Derek Harver. Oh, there you go. Nikita Yantis.
Diego Pueyo.
Tommy Zeng.
Ashkan Nuri Esefandre.
Charlie Gu.
Brian Way.
Michael Eugene and
Sanche Gudia.
there you go. Aryan Shrivastava,
Tiffany K.
Audrey Lee,
Adrian Tran.
Henry Palmer,
Arjun Dower.
Vivian Shyam,
Sarah Shinrazi.
Junini Liu,
Kelly Grace Lee.
Crystal Vidya, Crystal Vijaya,
Brendan Fong.
Evelyn Tran,
Maya Burke.
Emily Autumn C,
Prachithi Shinkathana.
congratulations. Isha Anant,
Gracia Chen.
Christopher Devlin,
India Cortese.
Sophia Martin Rualaba,
Luciana Cordova.
Henry Pham,
Fatima Nakura.
Natalia Bunstein,
Anya Liu.
Gaji Pipalani,
Marissa Lim Jensen.
Sia Budader,
Arushi Wadwa.
Suhani Ramchandra,
Sanjana Mathuri.
you take this one, I'll take this one.
Ashley Madison Madera.
Selina Salim Alkatang,
Zainab Ben Salem.
Yasmin Ben Mohammed,
Reda Abu Kulil.
Hadi Bilal,
Will Assistant Dean Emma Daftery and Professor Bill Fanning approach the microphone to read names?
Ayan Ali.
Lila Naval.
Fernando Lopez.
Gerald McFerrin.
Joseph Pichonet.
Leita Martel.
Henry Fiebert.
Rafael Villagomez.
Amy Bella Gonzalez.
Horia Danshu.
Andrew Wang.
Juno Juyoung Kim.
Steve Sayong Kim.
Eugene Yuzhon Zhang.
Patrick Lin.
Kaya Richards.
Liam Malik Kaye.
Jem Pulatulu. Good? I love the set.
Mateos Ribiberkro.
Nicholas Sharma. All right, Victor.
Victor Shamas.
Oh, I came to the wrong side, right? Nazeli Agajanyan. Thank you.
Sophie Kesheshian.
Claire Park.
Jasper Smith Gordon.
Jaden Silvers.
Sean O'Mara.
Faith Lanaya Rose Herndon.
Hani Alubadi.
Edric Farid.
Ane Somalawar.
Rahil Kupodia.
Hari Parthusauthi.
Pranav Prabhurum.
Dhruv Argaval.
Ushok Davy Reddy.
Risa Shemura.
Ishan Goyal.
Sri Nandan Narayanan.
Jatin Gupta.
Arya Shaki Kumar.
Verdun Shorwala.
Neha Boina.
Vikram Iyer.
Zuli Lopez Vincente.
Alana Washington.
Tichi Fukayana.
Umalak Singh Bate.
Kunwarpa Singh Batiu.
Dylan Ferrer.
Chima Madunadu Vega.
Jessica Carlotta Gama.
Sarah Bazikan.
Iris Bayardo.
G. Elnana Guinmar Gutierrez.
Derek Matthew Tale.
Ahad Asif Coates.
Scott Jihao Su.
Aditya Quatra.
Ernesto Fabres.
Nolan Rossi.
Ricardo Haler Picnic. Pilnick.
Dylan Sachs.
Yasmin Oliva Nunez.
Marisol Cruz Velasco.
Luis Jose Martinez.
Anthony Marquez Saldana.
Nathan Gonzalez.
Gabriel Maroney.
Magnus Kubo Allen.
Ramina Barrantes.
Zayla Carrillo.
Mia Yuen Win.
Drashika Singania.
Celine Trin.
Angela Lee.
Omar Au.
Ashley Davila.
Jenalyn Duarte Salazar.
Joshua Schiller.
Christian Prevost.
Maria Fernando Navanrete.
Paulina Farias Silva.
Jeffrey Jia Fong Lin.
Carolyn Wynn.
Virginia Yu.
Tyler Barnes.
Isaiah Angeles.
Arnav Jamwal.
Cameron Roby.
Patrick Dahl.
Sukamrit Singh.
Anthony Zeltzer.
Colin Cragen.
Danila Stepanenkov.
Bella Stevens.
Mahita Gulaputi.
Anshika Oja.
Raya Kundamala.
Aditi Taeyang.
Sebastian Wairaguna Ang.
Arnav Jain.
Jared Prell.
Rachel Few. Will Professors Court Worthington and Stephen Etter approach the microphone?
Marie Luna.
Mackenzie Fowler.
Clara Katzman.
Gonzalo Bedoya.
Hannah Wang.
Jennifer Liu.
Maya
Bandari.
Jedi Chuang.
Isabella Lozada.
Denia Middleman.
Sophia Boselli.
Wesley Duong.
Elliot Wong.
Jason Lee.
Anthony Liang.
Sophia Crevaro.
Josh Desai.
Michelle Ruby Ramirez.
Meher Chaudhry.
Yashvi Rawat.
Sanjana Vishwana.
Dina Kubaz.
Muskan Gupta.
Rashima Sharma.
Tanvi Murji.
Lauren Dove.
Ria Buhador.
Here Nanda.
Unish Gupta.
Tashi Gottlieb.
Andy Chen.
Sashwath Ramuchandran.
Esther Luan.
Sarah Peng.
Wangjing Denise Chan.
Javun Leong.
Allison Liu.
Vicky Siao. Anthony Tefoya.
Daniel Chen.
Aurelia Wong.
Sarika Pasumarki.
Shivanshi Tundan.
Zoe Nan Kim.
Paulo Gonzalez.
Catherine Liu.
Malavika Ganimela.
Malika Garamala.
Shrabana Sengupta.
Angela Zhang.
Akshita Madredi.
Harshita Somani.
Benny Banuela.
Raymart Rillo.
Jonathan Tao.
Emily Nguyen.
Madeline Elim Xu.
Amanda Chang.
Cindy Kwok.
Anika Kesuvalu.
Andrea Monique Castillo Vergara.
Hannah Wu.
Leslie Campos Flores.
Jane Tamneva.
Eric Hernandez.
Sutha Panchu.
Sean Patak.
Megan Wang.
Lauren Angelis.
Stella Paz.
Sonia Chutapvede.
Jessica Wynn.
Lynn Newen.
Rhea Rundawa.
Isabella Alfaro.
Aryan Chaudhry.
Virinchi Kupa.
Tyler Ross.
Rohan Israeni.
Paige Hamilton.
Mariam Jalali.
Lori Tolaro Kazanjian.
Aaron Gleason Ta.
Karen Liu.
Rachel Emily Chen.
Anna Cheng.
Camden Castro.
Jack Keir.
Jenna Cooligan.
Gia Fisher. William Kelly.
William Kelly.
Thomas Roeder.
Morgan Kalman.
Courtney Wong.
Chloe Rand.
Avery Heft.
Lanyi Jean.
Kelly Liu.
Kelly Tet.
Rodney Moradi.
Sophia Wang.
Quang Yang.
Mohammed Khalil.
Eric Jose Menendez.
Allison Lee.
Sandy Javi Wynn.
And Ellie Wang.
Is that it? That's all? No more? Okay. Thanks, everyone. Would the graduates please rise? Now, for the really exciting part. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the President and the Chancellor, I grant you the degree Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. You may move your tassels to the left. Woohoo! Nicely done. Congratulations, you guys. Nicely done. Please be seated. It's now official. All of you have commenced a lifelong relationship with the Haas School and Berkeley as alumni. We embrace you in this new role. We're full of pride for you today. We eagerly anticipate your continued growth and great achievements. We want you to stay in touch with us. We wish you the best of luck and will always have your back. Congratulations, and on three, how about a little Go Bears? 1, 2, 3, Go Bears! Thank you all for coming. The commencement ceremony is concluded. Great job.